check out my latest purchase. I've been wanting to build a car for my kids before they were born, and now 8 years later, I haven't started. So when this came up for sale, I snatched it up immediately. It looks like just any homemade go-kart, but what this actually is, it's called Cyclekart. I did some quick research and just some really cool projects out there. So basically it's a scale version of pre-war era race car. And as much as I'd love to build one of the best cycle carts out there, form aluminium body and make it all perfect, I'm not going to do that since I don't have much time. I'm busy with so many other things, and I can work on this at expense of my sleep. You know, a couple hours per week, that's not much. So I'm just going to keep it as simple as possible. And I do want to finish it in, a few months. I don't want this to drag out years. So I'm going to keep it as simple and quick as possible. So the first problem is, it's for my kids, but I'm afraid I want to drive it as well. So it has to work both for kids and adults. So how to make the steering and seating and pedals and all that fit. I have to make everything adjustable. So that's the first problem. So the seating, I thought I can fix it like that. Just put a child seat on top. With the steering, we may need adjustable steering, and we need pedals. I don't know, I was thinking, do I mount pedals on a plate and then can shift the pedals or something? I even considered using this car steering column with pedals and adjustable column, but I think even if I strip this down, it's still too big and bulky. And then I thought maybe I can have double pedals. So basically, further back we have pedals for adult, and then have another set of pedals at the front and link them mechanically together. Might do that. What's good about this car, I got all the parts to finish this project. All the wheels, knuckles, steering rack, everything is there. Got brakes in here, carburetor, got the Honda 200cc motor, variable clutch, so everything is there. But there are some problems with this too. Number one, I don't trust any of the welds. I had to either redo all the welds, or I start from scratch, build new frame. For example, this steering adapter, it actually the weld failed before it was even attached on the way home. It just basically fell apart. Since my kids are going to drive this, I had to make it a little bit more safe. There are more issues here, but well, we go through them as we progress. But for now, I think I don't want to get too carried away. I just want to make it steer and brake, and then push it down the hill and get a feel of it, and then make a plan exactly how to finish it. So number one, maybe I'll try to fix this one up. Okay, I spent more than an hour doing the steering today. Now it's bedtime. Of course it's not done, but it kind of works. Except it's it's working wrong way around. So it's been a couple of months since the last update. Last time ended with the steering disaster, and since then I've spent a couple of hours tightening this front axle up a bit. It was quite a bit of work actually, getting the slack out of this tire here, or this wheel, and the suspension even worse. This side is not finished yet, and you can see the difference. This is how it was. So today I'm hoping to mount steering rack and get the steering working. Previously it was mounted below the frame, and not only the steering worked wrong way around, the road angles were horrific and received some damage, and there were many things wrong with it. So I'm trying to improve on the original design, and I'm gonna attempt to mount it right where this tube is. Well, luckily the welds aren't the greatest, and I managed to remove most of them with just a hammer. Let's see if it works this time. This was successful, a couple of hours. Here is what I did. It's all tacked together, nothing is final. A lot more work to be done before it's finished, but at least now steering works the right way. Now it's late again, time to go bed. Next day I'm in the shed again. Today I tried to tidy this side up here. These bearings are a bit sloppy and crunchy. Luckily I have new ones. I have my shim here. A few months have passed and I haven't touched this, not once. Last week I slowly started working on this again. I tidied up a few things here and there. Installed this honk, very important. Made the brakes function. It took me longer than I hoped, but it's working now. Got the engine sorted out. It was a box full of parts. I don't have any experience with these engines, so it took me a bit of head scratching to put it all together. But so that's working now. I had a bit of drama with the clutch. This clutch didn't fit my crank. This here, it's a different style, so I machined this, or fabricated this adapter. It should work, I hope. And while I'm waiting for chain, I start tightening all the bolts. And I discovered a couple of issues here, like the way previous owner have bolted hubs to the wheels. It's not really reliable. Like, it's not, I don't think it's going to work. And I took this apart, and he had like hacked this with angle grinder. It's all like butchered up. This hub here is bent. The holes he drilled, they don't really match, and this hub doesn't register this wheel at all. So basically it's just hanging on the bolts, and yeah, that's not good enough. And then I start looking this thing and discovered the whole axle is bent. So I need to fix that, and I don't know how precise this needs to be, but now how to fix this I don't know. But that will be a lot of work. And now at the moment I'm thinking maybe I just add material here with a welder and then machine it down and try to get these corners here register into this slip here. I guess I try that. Oh, here it is. Welded this up here, machine it down, drilled new holes, more accurate. Should work. Well, I did some demolition here. Let's see how bent this shaft is. Okay, so I got this straightish edge, so I'm gonna push it down in here. I don't know, I can see the gap. That's like 5-6 mil there, so I need to straighten this. It took a few tries, but I think it's good enough now. It's within 1 mil now. Yeah. Quite a bit have changed since last update. Put it all together and did my first test drive. It kind of works. Petrol tank is leaking and it doesn't take full throttle for some reason. Brakes are a little bit weak, but they do work. And steering effort is very high for my kids. So one change I did front end is I shifted the front axle forward, adding about 10 degrees caster. But one reason why steering is heavy is because of these front spindles. The axle has some kingpin inclination there, but the knuckle doesn't have any camber, which makes the front wheels sit crooked. And the scrub radius is huge. It's like 100 mils here. I put this rod here just for the visual effect. So I didn't want to waste too much time fixing this, but so what I came up with, I end up cutting this spindle up and weld it back together at the appropriate angle. This is what I did in this end. Yep, I just cut it up here, weld it back together, and you see, scrub radius is not perfect, but it's much better. Also, I turned down the shaft a little bit, so the spindle sits, well, or the wheel sits in further. Again, improving scrub radius. I just need to repeat this, that side. Much better. And steering effort is much reduced. But overall, the front end I really dislike. I actually hate it. There's so much wrong with this, but I don't want to waste too much time building new front ends. Maybe one day I will. So I spent all Sunday driving this around. I was too scared to go far away from my home, so I just drove it around my house. Yeah, nothing major broke. Everything held up. And I was actually, yeah, driving pretty hard. And I'd say phase 1 is complete now, finally, after many months. There's still lots to do, and I have some big changes are coming with this thing. But let's see what the biggest problems are at the moment. The engine had some trouble here. The muffler is leaky, fuel tank is leaky. It doesn't want to run. It's a bit temperamental sometimes. It doesn't run without choke, so I don't know. Something messed up there. It still leaks oil. I tried to fix all the oil leaks, but it's still leaking. So yeah, nothing too crazy. I could fix all of it, but it's the time. I don't have much. And all the parts, if I replace all these parts, it's almost half the engine's money. So I actually end up buying new engine, Chinese copy of the same thing. So this should save me a lot of time fiddling with this one, trying to make it run. Also ordered bigger sprockets. Yeah. Actually, I think I'm going to just end this video here. I think it's long enough. But I have some major changes planned with this thing. Now I know what I want.